The most powerful things in this world are hidden. Power is hidden. Wealth is hidden. The most extraordinary homes ever built, hidden. Not behind gates, not behind walls, beneath the ground itself. Every blueprint we decode on this channel asks the same question: what were they thinking when they drew this line? What do they know that we don't? Today, we go below the surface, below what anyone can see, photograph, or map from the air. Today, we open the underground. This is the Blueprint Lab. You've seen the penthouses, the glass mansions, the oceanfront estates with infinity pools that dissolve into the horizon. But here's the question no architect ever puts in the brochure. What's beneath it? Because the most extraordinary homes ever built, the ones that never appear on Instagram, never show up on real estate listings, never get photographed for design magazines, those homes exist underground. They are not hiding by accident. They are hiding by design. Today, we're going beneath the surface. We're opening the blueprint of a $35 million subterranean estate and decoding every secret room, every concealed passage, every hidden system that makes this the most sophisticated piece of architecture money can buy. You're about to see what most people are never meant to see. This is the Blueprint Lab. Underground architecture isn't new. The Romans built subterranean baths. The Ottomans carved entire underground cities. But what's happening in the 21st century is something different, something unprecedented. In the last decade, requests for underground extensions and subterranean rooms among ultra-high-net-worth clients have increased by over 400%. London alone has seen hundreds of planning applications for basement excavations beneath existing mansions. Some going 4, 5, 6 stories deep. Why? 3 reasons. Privacy. The surface is surveilled, photographed, and mapped. Going underground means disappearing from every camera, every satellite, every drone. Security. Reinforced concrete and earth are the most impenetrable building materials available. No amount of glass and steel at street level protects you like 6 feet of compacted soil. And space. In land-constrained cities like London, Monaco, New York, Tokyo, the only direction left to build is down. The $35 million estate we're studying today combines all 3 drivers into one masterwork. Let's open the blueprint. Every great secret starts with a door that doesn't look like one. On this blueprint, the primary entrance to the underground estate is not a front door. It is not a gate. It is not even visible from a street. It is a section of garden wall, indistinguishable from the stone panels on either side, that pivots on a concealed hydraulic axis. Press flush. Flush with the surface. No handed. No gap. No sado. The mechanism, a biometric pressure plate disguised as a landscaping stone. Your palm. Your weight. Your specific gate pattern detected by pressure sensors in a 12-meter approach path. The system identifies you before you reach the wall. If it doesn't recognize you, the wall never moves. Beyond the pivot wall, a descending private gallery corridor, 40 meters long, 4 meters wide, lined in raw concrete and hand-blown glass sconces. The floor, honed black granite. The ceiling, a single continuous skylight of bulletproof laminated glass, embedded flush into the garden path above, letting in natural light while revealing nothing from the surface. At the end of the corridor, a pivot door in 4-inch thick steel, clad in hand-stitched dark leather. It weighs 800 kilograms. It opens with the weight of a feather, because the engineering is that precise. On the other side, the estate. The greatest challenge of underground architecture is the same in every project: light. Human biology requires natural sunlight. The body's circadian rhythms, vitamin D production, serotonin levels, all dependent on real photons from a real sun. Design an underground space without solving for light, and you've built an expensive prison. This blueprint solves it with 4 systems working in concert. First, fiber optic solar tubes. 847 individual strands harvested from rooftop collector arrays, channeled through the earth in bundles, terminating in ceiling fixtures that deliver real, spectrum-accurate sunlight into every room. The light shifts color temperature in real time with the actual sky above. Overcast day above ground, overcast field below, golden hour above, golden hour below. Second, a triple-height central atrium, 11 meters from the lowest basement floor to the surface, with a flush glass ceiling panel at ground level. It functions as a light shaft, drawing daylight 11 meters down into the heart of the home. Surrounding rooms open onto this atrium with glass partitions, borrowing the light laterally. Third, 240 square meters of indoor planted courtyard, open to sky through a retractable glass ceiling. This is the estate's lung, a subterranean garden that breathes real air and real light into the surrounding spaces. Fourth, full-spectrum LED panels calibrated daily via a rooftop weather sensor. Every room's artificial lighting matches the exact color temperature of the actual sky at that moment. You are underground. You never feel it. Now we go deeper, because this blueprint has rooms that don't appear on any official floor plan. Rooms that don't exist until they do. Hidden rooms in luxury architecture fall into 3 categories. Let me show you all 3 in this estate. The library pivot. On the main level, the estate's library appears complete. Floor-to-ceiling bookshelves on all 4 walls. A rolling ladder, 2 leather Chesterfield chairs. But one bookshelf section, the 4th panel on the south wall, is not a bookshelf. It is a counterweight door, perfectly disguised. The mechanism, a specific book pulled precisely 1 inch from the shelf, triggers the hydraulic release. The door swings on a center pivot, both sides lined with books, revealing a private study beyond. Soundproofed, completely undetectable from inside the library. Architectural acoustic lining in the door achieves 55 decibels of sound attenuation. When it closes, you cease to exist. The mirror passage. In the master suite's dressing room, a full-length antique mirror, 2.4 meters, gilt frame, is set into the wall. Behind it, a steel-reinforced panic corridor, 1.2 meters wide, running the full length of the east wing, terminating at an armored escape hatch beneath the garden. Electromagnetic lock. Triggered by a concealed fingerprint reader disguised as part of the gilt frame ornament. The swimming pool safe room. The most extraordinary element on this blueprint. Beneath the estate's indoor infinity pool, a pressurized staircase descends from a concealed entry point, a section of pool wall that rises hydraulically from the water when triggered. Below the pool, a 200 square meter self-contained safe room with independent air supply, communications, and 72-hour provisions. You could be standing in the pool and be inside a fortress in 40 seconds. Hidden rooms and secret passages capture the imagination. But what makes this blueprint truly extraordinary is what you never see and never know is there. Underground architecture is infrastructure at a scale most architects never work at. This estate sits on a reinforced concrete raft foundation 1.8 meters thick, poured in a single continuous pour to eliminate cold joints. The walls. 400 millimeters reinforced concrete with a tanking membrane system rated to withstand full hydrostatic pressure from a water table rising to surface level. This house will not flood. It cannot. Ventilation. A mechanical air handling system running at 47,000 cubic meters per hour, enough to fully replace the entire air volume of the underground structure every 12 minutes. 6 independent air handling units, each with its own backup. Carbon dioxide sensors in every room trigger automatic fresh air injection. If power fails, a gravity-fed passive ventilation shaft system activates automatically. You'll always breathe. Acoustics. The entire structure is isolated from ground vibration via anti-vibration mounts at every structural connection point. The result, complete silence underground, even in a city that never stops. Sound levels inside the estate. Less than 20 decibels at rest. That is quieter than a recording studio. Quieter than an anechoic chamber. This is not a luxury home that happens to be underground. It is an engineering achievement that happens to be a home. Here is the insight I want you to carry out of this blueprint. Underground architecture is not about hiding. It is about intention. It is what happens when an architect is forced, by constraint, by cost, by physics, to think about every single element of a home from first principles. Light, air, sound, entry, security. Each one solved not with convention, but with engineering. The secret rooms are extraordinary, but the real secret of this blueprint is simpler. The best spaces are not designed to be seen. They're designed to be felt. You walk into this estate and you feel calm. You feel safe. You feel the silence. You have no idea why. Because every system that creates those feelings is invisible, underground, concealed behind walls that don't move for strangers. That is the highest form of architecture. Not the view, not the facade, not the photograph. The feeling when no one is watching. Now you know what's beneath the surface. Most people will walk past these estates and see nothing. You will never look at a house the same way again. That is exactly what the Blueprint Lab exists to do, to change the way you see every space you walk into. If this blueprint opens something in you, subscribe. Because every week we go further, we go deeper, and the plans we find next week, they float. A $28 million home built on water. A floor plan that moves with the tide. A blueprint unlike anything we have decoded before. I'll see you on the other side of that blueprint. This is the Blueprint Lab.